Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all to my channel. We are seeing the various series of videos in which we are discussing the do's and don'ts in purchasing the property. Today we are going to see one of the important aspects. What are the things we have to bear in mind when we are going to construct a house? What are the do's and don'ts in constructing a house, especially when you are developing a property? When you are going to construct a house, legally speaking, you will have to obtain building permission, planning approval. If it is a property is in Chennai city, then you will have to get a building approval from the Corporation of Chennai. Or if the building is multi-storied or a big level building, then you will have to apply the planning permission from the CMDA. The building is in the Panchayat or in municipality, we will have to get the proper permission from the required authorities. So the first thing you will have to do is you will have to get a proper building approval. Secondly, most of the people do not take much interest in applying when they are preparing the planning permission. When they are going to construct a house, they do not have any mind, any idea how they are going to construct, how the building should be, what are the things required in your building. They do not have any their thinking, and they do not work out properly before getting approval. Because of that, they simply ask the builder or surveyor, the contractor to get some approval. So immediately the builder or the contractor or engineer will draw his own sketch, and as per his own sketch he will apply and get a planning permission. That is not a good idea. That is not a good practice. First of all, you will have to work out with the engineer. What is your requirement? What sort of building you should require? How it should be? What are the amenities you require? What are the facilities you require? What are the design you want? Everything you will have to discuss with your engineer, and you will have to prepare the proper plan before applying for a building approval. Normally what the people will do now, they will simply give a instruction to any of the contract engineer or civil engineer to get some approval from the as a for the formality. As a formality, they will apply. They will not try to get approval for the proposed building they are imagined to construct. Only after getting the planning permission, then only they will work. They will sit. The family members will sit together and they will decide how it should be. So if they construct like that, then the building approval will be in one pattern, and the building which you are going to construct is going to be a different one, and there will be a lot of variation, a lot of violation. So under the circumstances, if any enforcement action is taken by the corporation or municipality or the CMDA, then you will be in trouble. So to avoid this thing, it is better to discuss with your family members what type of building you want, what should be there, what are your requirements, what is your plan, how many rooms you want, how many halls you want, how do you want to plan, whether you want to comply your Vastu compliance or any other requirements like that. You will have to work out, and you have to make a joint discussion, and you will have to make a prepared plan, and you will have to tell your engineer, this is the building we want. So the first of all, you have to draw the sketch which draw the plan which you want to propose to construct. Then you will have to give your engineer and to get a proper approval to the building which you are going to actually construct. Most of the people get approval for one design and they are constructing another different type of building, and there are a lot of variation. And if it is that such type of variation or deviation is brought to the notice of the enforcement authorities, then they may go for enforcement action, demolition, lock and seal, like that. They may go for deviation, violation actions. So it is always better to discuss in well in advance and to draw a plan properly after discussing with all your family members, and you will have to get a planning approval for the building which you are really intended to construct. There should not be any deviation. If there is a deviation, then you will be under risk. So to avoid those things, it is always better to discuss in well in advance, and you have to draw your own plan, and you have to get an approval for the actual building which you are going to construct. So if you do that, then you will be safe. Normally, strictly speaking, the problem is not coming either from the corporation or from the CMD or from municipality. In most of the occasions, the problems arises from the neighbors. So when you are going to construct a house, it is always better to develop a cordial relationship with your neighbors. So when you are going to construct a house and you wanted to start a puja for the commencement of your building work, it is always better to invite your neighbors, and you should also ask. You should develop your cordial relationship, and you can offer some of your sweets or any other gifts to them, and you should also ask their blessings. If you have such a nice relationship, then you will have a comfortable way. You will be comfortable to do your construction work. Or otherwise, they may have jealousy. If you don't invite, or if you don't have any relationship, then they may have some sort of jealousy, or they may try to create some problem to you. In most of the occasions, the neighbors, when you construct a building, gives problems, and it become an egoistic fight between you and the neighbors, and they start making complaints to the corporation, municipality, and one after the other they are making water petitions. They are making petitions one after the other. Secretly, sometimes they may openly make a petition. Sometimes they may send a petition in anonymous names. Anonymous petition they will raise. Like that, they will try to give you trouble. So to avoid such things, it is always better to develop a cordial relationship with the neighbors. That is the important thing. I have seen several clients are approaching us. In all cases, the problem is not with the corporation authority or from the municipality or for enforcement authority. The problem is with the neighbors. The ego. The ego starts, ego between the owner and the neighbor creates unwanted issues, unwanted problems, one after the other. Because of that, in many cases, many of the buildings are incomplete, and they are not able to complete the construction because of the problems raised by the neighbors. In some cases, they have not only filed a petition one after the other, they have gone to the extent of High Court and get a direction from the High Court authorities to as against the corporation or municipality to take enforcement action for the construction which is made in violation of the building plan. Like that, they have made complaints. So whenever they approach the High Court and say they have sent so many petitions, the corporation authorities are not taking action, the CMD authorities are not taking action, then immediately the High Court will give a simple direction to the enforcement authority to take some action within a short period of time. Then immediately the pressure will goes to the enforcement authority, and they will issue notice, stop notice, demolition notice, lock and seal notice. Then the unnecessary problem arises. In all cases where the stop notices or lock and seal notices are issued, the root cause or the person who caused such initiative action would be his neighbors or the person who is living in the locality or the state. So it is always better to develop a cordial relationship. That is also important thing. If such things are there, then you will be in a comfortable position to complete the job. In addition to that, if whenever a problem arises, whether supposing any person in the street come make a complaint, either to you or to your employees, you should not, there should not be any ego. You should comply the request. You should not create any problems or fight unnecessarily. Whatever they say, okay, I will do, okay, I will do. Like that you have to say, and you have to complete. You should not give a room to develop any fight between you or the complaining person. In most of the occasion, even if you are so submissive, your employees may not be submissive. When they say one word, then you will unnecessarily pick up fights. Then automatically, when the fight between the employee and your staffs or any of laborers with their neighbors or any person living in the locality, they will automatically make a complaint. You make it a police complaint, or they will make a complaint to the corporation or municipality, and unnecessarily the problem will arise. So not only you should also see that your employees or contract workers are not creating problems, are not indulge in fighting with their neighbors or street house, the persons who are making complaint as against your building construction. And not only you and your people, the laborers should also go in a submissive way, so that you will not have any trouble in constructing your house. So this is a message I want to give through this video, because in most of the cases, the issues are from the neighbors or from the persons living in the locality. So we will have to bear in mind that we should not have any ego when you are going to construct a house. So that is the idea I want to share this video. So members, the viewers may give your opinion about this video. So whenever you want to have any legal to acquire legal knowledge, you may see or watch my channels. There are two channels. Raziak Sattam Ariyum is a Tamil channel. Raziak Law Tube is an English channel. So you may watch any of my number of videos on all subjects, and I enrich your knowledge. In addition to that, you have any specific doubts or clarification, or you may contact this cell number. If time permits, I will give you the record legal opinion depending upon my time and availability. Thank you. Goodbye. Raziak Ali.